Hey everyone, welcome back to 503 Houses, and yet we're straight back to the supports of everyone, though this time the supports are between the other characters. It's not Byleth related, at least for the most part, remember, so it's just talking between all the different characters. Mostly Bernie, Ferdinand, and Petra, but there's quite a few. We're focusing on the Edelgard ones first, and just obviously, you know, with them two. Even though a lot of their relationship is professional because, you know, she's the head of the Edelgard Empire, she's Princess of Bridget, so naturally it's more of a professional thing, they do have actual genuine friendship between each other. They're both very, they both admire each other very much. They both inspire each other, and they just get along well. You know, obviously their professionalism remains, but at the same time they still have an emotional attachment. Maybe not to the extent of other friends she has, like maybe she's not as emotionally connected to Petra as, say, Dorothea, but at the same time, you know, the friendship is there, and I think it's very lovely. Anyway, I think this would be a good time to talk about the Cindered... I can't remember what it was called. Hold on a second. I am going to check, because I remember the trailer dropped yesterday, right after the Smash Direct, about DLC for Free Houses, which is a sort of fourth or fifth, if you want to get technical, pathway, even though it's not. Yeah, Cindered Shadows, that's the one. So, yeah, and obviously the reason Petra's so inspiring to Edelgard is because even though she's the thing, she's like, I will stand right beside you, I will be at your level at all times, and, you know, Edelgard finds that very impressive.
Yes,
yeah, because most people, that's the thing, most people don't confront Edelgard, or they don't feel they're on par with her. But obviously Ferdinand does, and Petra is straight up like, yeah, I'll fucking take you on. Edelgard's like, alright bitch, let's do it. But so Cindered Shadows, it looks like very interesting DLC because there's 4 brand new characters. Again, I heard that this stuff, like, I remember some people have told me that this was hinted at in the actual story about, like, a dark side to the church, or the under bit, which is going to be interesting. I think this would be very interesting to explore and see how it connects with stories like the Black Eagles or the Golden Deer, who, you know, well, the Golden Deer is very much, like, seen as, like, you know, they're kind of off to the side, so they probably get along, well, at least they could probably understand them more, or the Black Eagles who actively oppose the church. So, you know. Use your rod. Sorry, I'm not into. Sorry, I don't throw that way with you, Edelgard. So it looks cool. The characters look pretty nice. You know, Constance looks very looks very womanly. Balthus, you know, he's a man. Yuri is Leon. And Hoppy looks definitely the most unique with her red hair and everything. And well, with this support, it's Edelgard, you know, she's trying to encourage Linhardt, but she's kind of coming off as a nagging mum. At the same time, it's like one of those things that, yeah, Edelgard is nagging, but she's nagging because Linhardt is just being unnecessarily lazy. So, you know, but eventually she does come to understand him and approach him in a certain way. You know, you can't just nag people all the time. Sometimes nagging works, other times it really doesn't. I mean, most of the time you shouldn't have to nag, but sometimes nagging, you know, yeah.
Business how I spend my time or how I use my talent.
Edelgard's like, Linhardt, you know, I could literally snap you in half right now. It's like, yeah, but then you miss out on, like, your best healer in this pathway. Fuck. She's like, damn. I could really use a good healer like you. I mean, Dorothea and Mercedes are fine and all, but, you know, damn it, Linhardt.
Really?
But yeah, the DLC looks cool because again, another thing that's cool, and I think it's very clever, is that it looks to be very, like, you have to do this pre-time skip, because I always thought to myself, if they did DLC on like an extra pass, how would that work into the post-time skip, considering how drastically things changed and how spread apart everyone is and the type of story that's going on. So pre-time skip, it sounds cool, so I think that would be a very nice addition just to see their story, maybe get some more context into things. Recruit them, and we get new classes too, like we saw, I think it was the Dark Flyer class, which I'm so happy because, you know, now we can have flying magic units, which that should be pretty cool, because, you know, there are some, like, you know, maybe Marianne would be pretty good at that, isn't it? I mean, I know she's good at riding, but I don't know if like flying. Flame would be good, you know, she's got good magic, and she, you know, she's naturally good at flying. I don't know about, like, well, it's female only, like Petra would not work well as a Dark Flyer, her magic is shit. Dorothea, the thing is, her magic's good, but I think her flying thing is bad, so don't think so. Bernadetta might be able to, actually, because she's kind of neutral across the board. Leone, I don't know about her magic stats, so I can't say.
I'll strive to avoid.
Yeah, and Ingrid as well, because, you know, Ingrid, you know, seems to do pretty well.
I'm
Yeah.
less scared of you than I used to
So it should be an interesting DLC. Will I cover it? Eventually. Probably wait till I clear all the pathways first, then get round to it. I've done one and I'm halfway through 2 others. So I'm getting there, Then just got to do a full Golden Deer one. Yeah, and obviously now, you know, now because Bernie's more confident, she's not so scared of Edelgard. And because of that, they can just talk more and Edelgard feels more comfortable around her and not so frustrated. Yeah. But, you know, she still has her moments, but Edelgard's quick to like, you know what, just calm down.
Rumors are meaningless.
I really do like Edelgard's design, though. Obviously, it's very Minerva inspired, but it's more regal and less armored because, you know, she's an empress. She's meant to look more regal. And again, Bernadetta just looks so cute with the purple and just everything. And again, purple and gold is a really good, nice color combination. Yeah. Such lovely friends.
What for? Wait.
I think is Bernadetta taller than Edelgard?
Times I've made you mad.
Yeah.
You do, don't you?
Oh yeah, again she's losing it.
No, I mean the grateful sort of thanks.
It's like, oh shit, she's losing it again. Come on, Buddy, focus, Buddy, focus. I can imagine Edelgard just goes up to Buddy, just shakes her. For the love of God, just focus, woman. You know, it's just interesting though, because Bunny, like, obviously, you know, she's the first character you think of when you think of panic attacks. She's so frequent to them. But then seeing that Marianne Lysithea support, it's like, Marianne gets them pretty bad too. And, because Bernadetta, it's more silly, obviously, whereas Marianne, it's a lot more, you know, when she has a panic attack, it's a lot more tragic. And again, with Bernadetta here, she actively, at least now, she's like, oh shit, I panicked again. That's another sign of progress, the fact she can reflect and quickly snap out of it.
Okay.
She's still quick. She's quick to panic, but she's also quick to calm down, which is good. Yeah, that shows actual progression, because rarely did Bernadetta ever calm down 3 times yet. The moment she panicked, she was gone. Yeah.
Can't wait to see its true colors.
Yeah, again, that flower is like Bernadetta. Once it fully blooms, you can see its true colors, and it's absolutely beautiful. Now, what's next? Oh, yeah, this one. So this one's actually quite interesting, because it comes, you know, it's kind of like, you know, it's one of those things like, how do you go about doing things the right way? Because obviously Ferdinand's like, you should confront Edelgard about her actions in order for her to improve. But Hubert's like, yeah, but that's a waste of time. What I did was fine, and I'm acting more independently, like you said. So it's kind of the thing, he's acting more independently, but at the same time, he's kind of doing stuff that, you know, isn't that beneficial to Edelgard. So it's a weird system. It's like, you're doing the right thing, but you're doing the wrong thing at the same time. And these two, I've seen a lot of gay shipping for. Which, again, I can get. Obviously, they're bound together by thing, and they do become friends at the end, and they are quite, you know, they have an A+ support. But it's just kind of funny the way these two bicker, because obviously one thinks of Edelgard as everything, as the other thinks of Edelgard as either equal or as if she should be following their example. So they butt heads very, very often. And Hubert, it's a good thing you didn't lose one eye. Well, wait, did he secretly lose one eye? Use his hair to cover it? I could not be popular with an eye patch, and Dimitri already stole the last one.
Are sorely misguided. When I believe that Edelgard is making a mistake,
Yeah, it is true. What Ferdinand does have a good point. If you feel someone's making a mistake, tell them it directly so that they can learn. If you just do stuff behind their back or say stuff behind their back, they're never going to learn. You've got to bring up these concerns. Yeah. But then Hubert brings up the point, I'm acting more independently, I'm actually doing what you told me, and yet you're still whining.
If I do as Lady Edelgard requires,
It's like, so what's the big deal? It's, again, it's weird. It's like,
I am
yeah.
misguided. I suppose the fault is mine.
But obviously, Hubert is very tactless in his responses and acts like a bit of an arsehole. Eat shit and die. Yes, fuck you.
to think, I started to believe you were a useful aid.
God. Just kiss already! That's actually how it goes. I think next one is Hubert and Shamir? No, it's Hubert and Bernadetta. You know, I find that really funny about the Hubert Bernadetta one, the fact that Hubert just kind of goes along with her antics, rather than just, you know, snapping. Because you expect Hubert to be the kind of guy where he's not going to take this, and he just like he just tells her to you know, he's a bit harsher. But no, he's like, yeah, I'm cool, I'll go with it. She's a bit of a lost cause, so what ho? Why not have a bit of fun while we're here?
I'm used to that.
Yeah.
No apology necessary.
It's weird with Hubert. He's very much type of he's a very stern type person who follows Edelgard every sense of the word and sees her as like, you know, idolizes her basically. But he's not above, you know, being chill around other people or just, you know, playing along with them. He's not so stubborn as in, like, you know, it's not like Felix where if someone tries something, he just kind of brushes it off. You know, Hubert will just casually go along with it. Like Bernadetta's acting, he's like, hey, let's see where this goes. Whereas Felix is more like, you know, it's like, hi Felix, ugh. Felix wants something to eat, ugh. You just walk past Felix, ugh. That's literally Felix in a nutshell, ugh. Hey Felix, want a sword fight? Ugh. But yes. Poor bunny. I still... Again, maybe I should do top 10 Fire Emblem 3 Houses voice actor. They all do a fantastic job, don't get me wrong, but some of them really stand out with their performances. Bernie's amazing, Ray is really good, Hubert's really good. Who else is really... Dimitri's really, really good. I'm trying to think who else is a really good voice actor in terms of Three Houses, like in terms of their performance, their range, how they encapsulate the character. Because some of them are like, you know, Hilda's good, Caspar's good, Leslie is good, but I'm trying to think of ones that really... Well, Dorothea sings, and Manuela, they both sing as well, so they got bonus points for that. Hanneman's good. Alois is quite good, because, again, he's a very upbeat character. Yeah, it's difficult to say. There's lots and lots to pick from. And now you got Hubert butting heads with Shamir. Shamir's like, I don't give a fucking shit. She's like, yeah, what are you going to do? Because obviously, you know, she's very neutral with things. Like, look, I work for Edelgard, but I'm not calling her... Yeah, I'll just call her... I'll just say her as it is. Whereas Hubert's like, no, you have to address her properly. And Edelgard's like, bitch, what are you going to do if I don't?
But if you become a problem,
And yeah. But obviously, you know, he wins over her trust just with, you know, thing.
Be careful who you threaten.
But yeah, that's a good point with things like, be careful who you threaten, Hubert. You're not invincible, and you gotta remember, unlike the other students, you know, Shamir's got way more experience. But eventually, you know, he does come to trust her. You know.
How have you been?
Oh yeah, and this one's really good too. Because, yeah, obviously, it's like the Petra one, but Shamir's much more active again in confronting him, because again, she doesn't beat around the bush. And also, she's kind of, you know, she's not severed her ties, but she's very neutral with her personal history relating to Dagda, whereas Petra is very, 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 very tied to her history with Brigid and her homeland. Not so much Shamir.
Truth is that I
and obviously, she doesn't let things get to her, Shamir, because she's a mercenary. She can't really put personal stake into matters because she has contracts and she goes from employer to employer. And at the end of the day, she's just got to fight for who pays her the most money and stuff like that. So you can't really put personal stake into the matter for the most part. And that's how Shamir goes through life, and it makes sense because there are enemies everywhere, and everything is against each other. You know, at the end of the day. I mean, she works for Rhea, ultimately, because, you know, Rhea probably pays good wages. Like, why do you work with Rhea? Do you agree with her? No, and to be fair, she's, you know, I don't like the fact that she gives you the special treatment, but hey, man, that bitch is rich! And Rhea's just there, doing that thing, just like, siphoning off money and just covering Shamir in it. Shamir's just there, you know, just taking a shower in money. And Rhea's like, I make it rain, make it rain, make it rain on my hose.
If you can.
Just happened to Shamir, just covered in money. That's why.
Yesterday's enemy.
Well, that's more of what an Anna thing would do. That's how Anna recruits everyone. She just pays them so much money. She would be the ultimate Fire Emblem villain. So how did you recruit these people? You got using all the money we gathered from Fire Emblem Heroes and this game. Yeah. Oh, this one I love. Please be Bernadetta and Ferdinand.
Even with the fires of war raging all around
us. Is it? I'm pretty sure it is. Again, we're going to find out in 3, 2, 1. Yes, it is. Okay. This one's really sweet because it kind of, again, it comes full circle with their relationship because it goes into how he was originally betrothed to Bernadetta, but it didn't fall through. And at the end of the day, if they did get betrothed, they wouldn't have actually tried. Like, again, they would be married, but they wouldn't have to try. Whereas now Ferdinand had to try and befriend her and understand her, and she had to try and work with him and better herself and stuff like that.
Such were the rumors.
So, you know.
I dissuaded my parents from going through.
It is a good thing that they didn't get married at first.
She does sound pretty
But, you know, and then in the end, Bernadetta's like, well, would you like to get married now? But obviously, Ferdinand's a bit... Oh, don't worry. Wait till the end of the game. It all comes full circle.
What?
And again, that's one of the things. As far as other character ships go, Ferdinand's the one I can get down with a lot of them. Like, Bernadetta and Ferdinand is my favourite of the ships.
Dolls, but cute ones.
But I can get behind his Edelgard ship pretty well. I really like how the balance of routes very, like, you know, it's more of a professional relationship, but I really like it. you know, it started off as rivals, but they do become healthy partners. His Dorothea one is very popular because him and Dorothea have history together, and it's also, you know, the noble and the commoner type thing, the prince and the pauper, that type thing. But I also get behind his Manuela one because of how inspirational she was to him and how he views her. It's like, you know, like, it's kind of like how Dorothea wishes to be seen, you know, inspiring, and just loved her for, yeah. Yeah, you want to be with me? That's quite nice and all. And he's like, oh, but it was the thing. It's like, damn it, Ferdinand. Oh, the men in Three Houses are thick. It's like the Hilda thing. Hey, Caspar, would you love to come to my room, perhaps? Why, you have no stuff to clean? Oh my god, you fucking idiot. You could have got it with one of the cutest and most attractive characters in this game. Hey, like, Hilda is a very pretty woman. She is a nice looking woman, I'll tell you right there.
So any agreements they might have cooked up would be.
But, you know, again, I like Ferdinand's relationships with so many other characters, and I like that they're so different. It's not the same. Obviously, him and Edelgard's more about being confrontational and then finding a middle ground. Manuela, it's about his inspiration for her and, like, how much her work meant to him. Bernadetta, it's him trying to help her out, and you know, it's him trying to help her out, but also realizing when he goes too far, and because of that, they both work together to better each other. And with Dorothea, it's about their history, the long line of things, and also Ferdinand proving himself to her. So obviously, it's very different between each character. It's not just the same thing with every single person. And again, I really like that with Three Houses. I can't think of anyone else I feel like that at the moment. Granted, I'm kind of like Ash because, well, Ash is such a good boy. I mean, Linhart's, again, he's not really that romantically involved with many people. That's to say, I like his Petra support a lot, and his Dorothea one's quite cute too, but, like, Edelgard and Bernie, not so much. Speaking of Linhart, here he is. And again, I think another reason why their one works so well is because Petra's not so much trying to get Linhart just out and about and like, yo, you have to work. She's just asking for his help and assistance because she acknowledges his abilities and his talents. So Linhart gets more involved, not out of people telling him, rather out of a request for help. And so he'd probably be more inclined to involve because, you know, they actually want, you know, they're seeking his help, they're seeking his talents, they're seeking his advice. They're not just saying, go do this because so-and-so, like a lot of people do. They actually, you know, it's not a case of, you know, they want, you know, they want Linhart to work just for his sake, rather they want his help for their sake, and the Linhart probably get more involved that way. I mean, again, the support itself, it's a pretty simple subject matter. It's like, yeah, we're smoking meat, but just like the involvement between the two. And obviously, you know, Petra also, what you would call it, she emphasizes how it is that sometimes saying isn't enough, like telling isn't enough, sometimes you have to show them. Like, Linhart has all the knowledge, but you sort of need to apply that knowledge to the actual process, and obviously showing her is ideal. And again, I like that about them, and obviously she has much gratitude and understanding. Again, Petra's just so lovely. But as I was going back to Fire Emblem ships with Three Houses, like, again, Hubert, yeah, honestly, it's mostly just Edelgard, just because of how he is. But again, that's the kind of the character he is. I can't really blame him for it. And Caspar, again, bit of a thick head, but his supports are fine. His Dorothea one's quite nice. His Petra one is actually pretty good because of their history. But his Hilda one is very, 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 very sweet as well, because she is like, you know, she does offer suggestions to Caspar to better himself, but she also really admires him and stuff like that. And really, she notices things about him that maybe others don't. At the same time, Caspar and Annette's really good too, because Caspar's attitude is really good for Annette's low self-esteem at times. Obviously, I'd like to see other characters too, like more about Dedue, more about Dimitri, more about Claude, more about Lorenz, more about Raphael, more about Ignat, more about maybe Felix, and more about Sylvain. But at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is. So anyway, thank you all very much for watching. Sorry that this past few episodes have pretty much been all dialogue and no action, but that's what next time is for. So next time we are going to take the first fight to the Golden Deer, and we're going to see the first instance of saying goodbye to our fellow classmates. Not the Black Eagles, the other fellow classmates, and just seeing how dark this story can get. Until then, thank you all very much for watching. I will see you next time. Take care, and have a wonderful day.